Hi, it's Clark Reid, live from the road. Well, recorded from the road anyway, with today's tech headlines. Give us a like if you do enjoy the report. Smash that like button, and you can also subscribe so you'll know when every new report is posted. In a new report, coming up about the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5, a great new feature has been rumored. It's been shown in renders, and 9to5google.com notes that although the inner screen, when unfolded, has been fine all this time, the puny-sized outside screen's been fairly useless, actually. New renders show the new outside screen being about 3.4 inches. That's actually enough to be useful, and no word, though, on whether or not they are going to, Samsung that is going to free up the screen on the outside for for all of the apps that you normally use. And they say one thing about it, though, it's a little funky because the screen kind of goes around the camera bump, so it's not exactly a rectangle. But I think people to get used to that and just like to have the screen where they don't have to open up the box to use the phone. And saying what a lot of us have been thinking, Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey, writing on his latest project, Blue Sky, which is possibly the best Twitter clone that's come out so far, said Musk should have paid the $1 billion or more and walked away from the Twitter deal. According to TechCrunch.com, the remark came at a question over Blue Sky from user Jason Goldman. Dorsey did reiterate that he didn't see how Twitter would have survived as a public company, though. Blue Sky Social is still in beta, and I'm still on the waiting list for an invite, but everybody that's used it likes it better than any other platform so far. It's kind of decentralized, apparently, not quite like Mastodon, but apparently better, according to a lot of folks, and it's designed not to have to function as a public for-profit company, at least not for now. In just a little over a month, Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference comes up, and Bloomberg's Mark Gurman is expecting plenty of hardware to show up, and one of the widely anticipated devices will be a 15-inch MacBook Air. Of course, it'll have to share a lot of time on the stage with the long-expected AR/VR headset. The latest operating systems will be shown off, of course, iOS 17, Mac OS 14, the latest TV OS, and Watch OS 10. And by the way, a brand new rumor has the watch getting widgets again, although apparently in a much nicer, slicker interface than they had a few years ago when they had them before. Gurman says on the MacBook Air, the form factor really isn't going to change except for the bigger screen, and it will still run on a version of the M2 chip. The M3s will not be out until later this year. In just under a month, the Super Mario Brothers movie made the $1 billion mark. It, in fact, became only the fifth pandemic-era movie to clear that big goalpost. Verge.com says they took in $490 billion domestically, $532 billion internationally, and since it just opened in Japan and South Korea, like in the last few days, they should take in a whopping amount of money there, too. So it's going to be a really big, big deal, and you can expect it to already be spawning a sequel. They're probably already working on the storyboards for that. It's a big vindication because the Nintendo Super Mario Brothers film from 1993 was a colossal dud. So this one being a success and possibly a sequel coming, pretty good news. I'm Clark Reid, and you're Technified for now.